These are both wildly popular backpacks for one bag travel. On paper, they're both 35 liters and both marketed as carry-on compliant with airlines worldwide. But one of them will go with you without hassle all over the world, and the other one will fit only 2% of airlines worldwide. Can you tell which? Every year, people drop hundreds of dollars on the wrong travel backpack because they trust marketing instead of actual data. So I just spent an entire month testing, measuring, packing, and learning absolutely everything I could about 10 of the most popular one-bag travel backpacks. And today, I'll show you the best value bag, the best bag overall, the best bags for specific use cases, and of course, the bags you should absolutely not waste your money on. Quick note, given the nature of what we do, brands do send us bags for testing from time to time, but that does not influence our opinions, and in the case of this video, none of these companies have any idea I'm making it. To qualify, every bag must be sized for one bag travel, so 30 to 40 liters, have built-in organization, a laptop sleeve, and a warranty, and for crying out loud, actually fit if you're told to put your bag in the sizer. Which rules out this bag. Our first loser, the Osprey Daylite 35 liter. We'll get to you later. I hate to say it, Osprey makes amazing bags. Their warranty is legendary. This bag is made with high quality materials. It's only $130, and it's one you're likely to find at your local outdoor store or even department store. But at 14.6 inches wide and over 10 inches deep, we'll put centimeters on the screen as well, it's just too big for airline sizers, even if you kind of squish it to force it in there. You have better options. Okay, another bag you're likely to find at your local outdoor store that I'd honestly avoid is the Cotopaxi Allpa 35 liter. Cotopaxi bags have a cult following. They come in all these cool, funky colors, but this too fits only 7% of airlines. It's sized so awkwardly. And another glaring reason I will not recommend this bag is the value for money is just way off. The exterior is nice, but it feels like they blew their entire R&D budget on that and then just threw whatever crappy materials the factory had laying around to finish out the interior. The zippers feel cheap, the mesh is flimsy, and it's just not what you should expect from a $230 backpack. That's what this costs. For that price, you could do way better. All right, here's a bag I had high hopes for and was thoroughly unimpressed with. The Decathlon Forclaz 40 liter. It's under 3 pounds. It has a pretty unique look, and the straps and the back panel are sturdy and comfortable. It also comes with an included rain cover. But I took this bag on a trip, and in practical use, I am not sure I've ever disliked a backpack more. The layout is incredibly awkward. The available space is chopped up between a massive front pocket and a highly compartmentalized bifold main area. Because it's split into so many strange little sections, there isn't a single open area large enough for standard packing cubes or bulkier items. It disperses your load terribly. Oh yeah, and the airline compliance on this bag is a dismal 2%. I was honestly pretty hopeful about this one, given it's less than $100, but if that's what you're looking for, please just go with this next bag, the Tomtoc Navigator Liteway. This is the newest evolution in Tomtoc's Navigator series, and it's made of water and abrasion resistant ripstop polyester, making it lighter and even more durable. At just $95 and often on sale for less, this is a truly lightweight 40 liter carry-on offering a ton of space per pound. Just 2.36 pounds and carry-on compliant with 78% of airlines worldwide. I like that you can pack it clamshell style or duffel style. It's got compression straps, YKK zippers, a TSA-friendly laptop compartment that opens 180 degrees for easy airport screening, and a luggage pass-through. The only drawback is the warranty is only a year, but it's $95. What do you expect, man? If you're on a budget, this is the bag. End of story. Okay, every bag from here on out is a winner for one reason or another. This is the Peak Design Travel Backpack 45 liter. This is Peak Design's take on one bag travel, and you can tell they've thought through literally everything. This 40 liter with expansion up to 45 is both incredibly premium and incredibly practical. The exterior is made from recycled 400D nylon canvas with a weatherproof coating, and the bottom is reinforced with a 900D waterproof liner. Everything about this bag feels premium, from the ultra zip zippers to this genius magnetic strap storing system. Organization-wise, this thing is like a Swiss Army knife. You've got rear access, side access, front access, basically access from everywhere. One of my favorite features is how it handles different sizes. When you're not fully loaded up, there are compression snaps to keep the bag from getting floppy, and when you need more space, you can unzip the expansion. Now, a lot of Peak Design's products are really aimed towards photographers and people hauling camera gear. So as someone who travels with a camera, I have really enjoyed the side access feature. And this bag is designed to work seamlessly with Peak Design's camera cubes. One gripe I've seen about this bag is the lack of load lifters on the straps. As someone who's carried this bag on several trips through different countries, it hasn't bothered me as much as it would on some other bags, but it is a valid criticism. At $299, this bag is not cheap, but the materials are top notch. The bag is very versatile and it comes with a lifetime guarantee. Hands down, if you are carrying a lot of camera gear, I think this is the backpack to consider. But it's a big bag even when not expanded, so just be aware. From a compliance standpoint, you'll want to pay very close attention to the airlines you fly and whether or not this bag is going to fit in the sizer, because you don't want to have to gate check your camera gear. Moving on. Next, the Tortuga Travel Backpack Pro 40 liter. This bag is a 10 out of 10 in terms of comfort. The back panel is cushioned, ventilated, and even Velcro adjustable for a perfect fit. The straps are thick, soft, and come with load lifters, a sternum strap, and a removable hip belt, making it super easy on your shoulders and back. I took this bag on a trip all throughout the UK, and it is by far the most comfortable backpack I have ever used. Compliance score on this is decent, and it's got a 40 liter packing capacity. It's made of durable, water-resistant EcoPack sailcloth that won't rip or tear, and I like the sturdy, lockable YKK zippers. The main packing area opens clamshell style and opens all the way up so you can pack it like a suitcase. It's not overly compartmentalized, which I really like. The front pocket is perfect for a toiletry bag or a tech pouch, and it's got built-in organization. The separate tech compartment has a fleece-lined laptop sleeve. If comfort is your main goal in a backpack, so far this one is impossible to beat. But I do have a gripe about this bag and actually the Peak Design I just showed you. They're both over 4.5 pounds, which is pretty heavy. Peak Design and Tortuga are two of the biggest brands in this space. They were some of the first to help establish this category using premium materials. But because of that, you really started to see a trend towards bags that are just completely overbuilt and heavy. When strict international airlines are weighing your carry-on with a 15-pound limit, giving up almost 5 pounds before you pack a single article of clothing is a big deal. In this day and age, best backpack means shedding weight without sacrificing quality. So every backpack from here on out is under 4 pounds. The Pakt 1 travel backpack. This is the third iteration of Pakt's answer to one bag travel, and they say it's for people who care about both style and comfort and want an integrated travel system. At 3.9 pounds with the hip belt and sternum strap attached, it's lighter than both the Peak Design and Tortuga. And according to our sizing tool, it's compliant with 78% of airlines worldwide. The exterior is built from 420D nylon weave. That's a twisted filament yarn, often called ballistic yarn, that makes the fabric stronger and more resistant to wear and tear. Now, one thing I knocked the second iteration of this bag for was how the material attracted lint and pet hair. This new material is very non-cling. It resists lint, hair, and dust, and I think this is a massive improvement. The main compartment features a dual compartment design. It opens down the middle like a book, which I didn't really like this style of packing at first, but after traveling with packed bags for a while, it really grew on me. The laptop sleeve fits devices up to 16 inches, and what I love about this placement is that your laptop isn't sitting against your back when carrying. It's protected by clothing on both sides. You can also adjust the torso length, which is not as common as you might hope. There's 4 different torso settings to choose from. This bag also comes with an expansion pocket that adds 5 liters of space, bumping you from 35 to 40 liters. But the heart behind this design is actually to fit Pakt's Mode convertible bag or shoulder bag. When paired together, you get a seamless system. One bag at the airport, a smaller bag to pull out for exploring at your destination. It's a little on the pricier side, but as you can see, it's got a lot going for it. And I think this is especially great if you love the idea of an all-in-one ecosystem. All right, we're down to the final three. These are the best of the best. First, the Fyro Levo Travel Backpack 36 liter. This bag was created by Aaron over at Nomads Nation. After reviewing hundreds of travel bags, he decided to make his own, and you can tell he put a ton of love into this. First, the weight. It's 2.5 pounds for the 36 liter version, which is fantastic. One of the lightest full featured travel backpacks we've ever reviewed. Love the look and feel of it too. The material on the outside is PC coated 330D Codra nylon. It's weather resistant, tear resistant, and it sort of reminds me of the exterior of the Pakt design. Branding is very understated, which I appreciate. Inside, it opens like a true travel bag. On the lid side, you've got mesh pockets. The main packing area is spacious without being overly compartmentalized. The high visibility orange interior is a very nice touch as well. The laptop compartment is very padded with a 2-inch false bottom. Really like that. The shoulder straps are super cushy. The underside has this neoprene-ish feel. The word that they use to describe it is marshmallowy, and I'd have to agree. Really nice foam on the straps. It's also got load lifters and a sternum strap with magnetic closure. The back panel has great padding as well, and the luggage pass-through here has very sturdy stitching. All in all, the build quality on this thing is off the charts, and it's lightweight. At 64%, it's slightly less compliant than our remaining bags, but that is my only real gripe. At $275, you're getting off the charts build quality, a workable lightweight, and a lifetime warranty. I think this bag is gonna go down as a legend in the one bag travel community. Aaron, I salute you, sir. Next, we have the Matador Globerider 35. Matador says this bag is the answer to the question, what if a hiking backpack and a travel backpack had a baby? I'm here to tell you, they nailed it. It weighs 3.5 pounds with the hip belt or 3.1 pounds without, and it's compliant with 78% of airlines worldwide. The exterior is constructed from 420D Blue Sign certified recycled nylon with a PFAS-free water-resistant coating. Quality stuff. This bag comes in 3 colorways. I've got the garnet here, and honestly, the color is stunning. One thing I'm impressed with is how well each different fabric type matches this exact shade, which isn't always easy with different material types. The main compartment is a large clamshell design that lays completely flat for full visibility, making it easy to pack and see everything at once. The laptop compartment has an ultra padded false bottom and ultra satisfying magnetic closures. Dual access from the top and external zipper on the side. This bag has a full internal frame sheet with an aluminum frame stay. You can feel it, and it makes a huge difference on how the pack carries weight, distributing it from your shoulders to your hip belt for way more stability. When I tested this bag, the comfort was felt immediately. The back panel is nice and breathable. The shoulder straps are cushioned and comfy with load lifters and a hip belt that comes standard. You can also stow the shoulder straps if you need to check it. Cool little feature, there's this hidden smuggler's pocket behind the back panel, which is nice for a passport or cash. At $290, it's not cheap, about the same as Pakt design, $60 less than Tortuga. What you're getting is quality hardware, thoughtful design, and genuine comfort. However, the warranty's only 3 years. For a $290 bag, that feels pretty lame compared to competitors offering lifetime warranties. I will say this bag just worked for me. It's easy to pack, very comfortable to wear, and if comfort is a top priority for you and you want something under 4 pounds, this is a solid contender. On the flip side, I think maybe 10% of the features should have been left on the cutting room floor. For me, there's just too many pockets, too many ways to access stuff. There can be too much of a good thing. I have no doubt this will be many people's favorite one-bag travel backpack, but is it the best? Let's talk about the Aer Travel Pack 4. This is a bag that somehow does everything well. Right off the bat, this bag screams quality. The exterior is 1680D Cordura ballistic nylon, the same stuff they use in military gear. It doesn't look or feel tactical, but this bag is built like a tank. YKK zippers that glide like butter, Duraflex buckles and clips, little details like heat shrink tubing on the interior zipper pulls, and satisfying magnetic buckles. They really don't cut corners. It's a 35-liter bag, not too big, not too small. It's compliant with 76% of airlines worldwide. The main compartment opens completely flat, clamshell style, which is perfect for packing cubes. And there's a streamlined front organization section with a quick access pocket up top, a larger front pocket for a tech pouch or packable jacket, and a soft lined top pocket that's perfect for sunglasses or AirPods. On the back, there's a well-organized tech compartment with a suspended laptop sleeve that fits up to 16-inch devices. The fourth iteration of this pack features 2 stretchy water bottle pockets that fit massive bottles, which is a huge upgrade from the tiny pocket on the Travel Pack 3. Comfort-wise, the shoulder straps are thick and ergonomic with load lifters, and the back panel is well cushioned and ventilated. Sturdy grab handles on all sides. You can also add a hip belt if that's your thing. And this bag is only $259. I've shown you bags today that cost $100 more and don't feel anywhere near this premium. I think the quality to price ratio is spot on, and you get a lifetime warranty. What I love about this bag is it's feature dense without being complicated. It's organized, but not over organized. It's attractive, but also understated. Like, it's a true travel backpack, but it doesn't look like you're about to bounce around hostels for a month. The sizing compliance is good. From a weight perspective, the weight reductions from the version 3 to the version 4 did get this bag into the under 4-pound range, but I still wouldn't call it a lightweight bag. You could shave off even more weight if you go with the X-Pack or Ultra versions, but those do cost a bit more. This is one of the only catches, in my opinion. I'll also add that the layout changes from version 3 to version 4 are a bit divisive. Just saying, at the time of filming this video, the Travel Pack 3 is heavily discounted, but I bet it won't stick around. Regardless, when I compare all the data points of each of these bags, in the end, it's gonna be hard to go wrong with any of the top 3, the Aer, the Matador, or the Fyro. But Aer was a top contender in the most categories overall. It's a Goldilocks bag for this category. And so if a friend asked me over beer or coffee, told me not to complicate it, said all I could do was say a brand name, I'd tell you to get the Aer. Thank you so much for watching. We put a ton of work into these reviews to make these videos. So if you decide to purchase any of these bags, please consider using the links below. And if you want to see the data we use to compare all these bags, I'll link that below as well. Thanks so much for watching. Happy travels.